Well, good morning everybody. I'm out in the van. I wanted to park somewhere last night where I would wake up with a beautiful view. I think I've done pretty well. Welcome to the northwest of Scotland. It's cold, crisp, and it's just beautiful. Well, the sun is coming up and we are getting some beautiful colour this morning. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit concerned because I got out my van, I came up to this beautiful viewpoint, which is all but 1 minute from where I'm parked up. It's perfect. And it's a gorgeous view. We've got the loch, the mountains, all beautifully arranged, but it was just blue sky with zero atmosphere. And I thought, oh man, this is a fantastic view, but there's not a really great, compelling photograph here. And then I started to notice the cloud building around this peak to the right. And that's my image, and that's what I'm focused on. You see, it's so easy as photographers to be distracted by the big view. But if you look a little bit closer, you can sort of hone in on components of the landscape, and you can make some really beautiful images. And up on this peak, that's the only bit of atmosphere for miles around. We've got gorgeous light, but just nothing else. Yet with the clouds circling around this peak, it just makes the image. Man, it is freezing cold outside. Like I was setting up my Starlink and I couldn't feel my fingers or my toes. Man, I just, I think I underestimated how cold it was going to be last night and this morning. But we are cozy, toasty warm in the van. Got the diesel heater on. Gonna have some breakfast, make a coffee, and then make a plan for the day. I came up to the far northwest of Scotland last night because if you look at a weather map of the UK, it's entirely blanketed in thick cloud and drizzle. It looks miserable and grey and flat, yet the northwest corner of Scotland is just clear, glorious sunshine, and that means light. And I'm desperate to shoot this environment, which is Ascent, which is this wonderfully mountainous area in the north of Scotland. I've been here a couple of times, but I have never seen it with any light. And I thought, you know what, let's just blast up there, park up somewhere nice, and then we'll enjoy a couple of days of hopefully some glorious light. We've had a bit of light this morning, it was very nice. I'm hopeful for more to come, but I need to eat some food and get a hot drink inside me because I'm freezing.
In the morning when I get up, I wish that we could stop and day. In the evening when I get home, always hope to find you all alone and out of harm's way. Every time I look around, I hope to find you looking back at me.
So that is breakfast done. The day is still young, the skies are blue, and the photographic opportunities are endless. Well, you know, I say that. We may not get another shot today, but that's not the point of photography for me. The point of photography is the exploring and the adventure, I suppose, the journey. So let's go see what we can find. So I am very excited to be back in this area. This is Assynt in the northwest of Scotland, and I've been here a couple of times, but I swear to you, I have never seen this area with any kind of light. It's always been grey, thick cloud. And every time I've been here, and recently it was towards the end of autumn, I said in my videos, and I remember thinking the whole time, oh man, I would love to be here when there was a bit of light. I would love to see this landscape with some low raking golden light. Well, for the next couple of days, it looks like my wishes are going to come true. Now, what I'm desperate not to do is to complain that there's too much light. As in, not enough cloud. I want that perfect mixture of cloud and light. I don't know if we're gonna get that. I'm not sure. It's a pretty bluebird day. But, man, the views are incredible. Potential shot. This is a passing place. It's a passing place, but I can get off the passing place. Oh. It is a passing place, but you can see I'm off the passing place and there's no one around. Sometimes when you're driving and you see something in the corner of your eye, your mind fills the blanks. So therefore you think that it's much better than it is, and then when you actually get on and have a look, it's not that good. This is what I love though. Like, for me, honestly, the best part of photography is definitely everything that wraps up photography. So you've got photography, which is the thing in the middle, and then you have everything that wraps around it, which is like being creative, looking for scenes, exploring locations, meandering around aimlessly in the van. Of course, it's not aimless because you're waiting for that moment to be inspired. And this is it, just walking, looking, exploring. So you see those trees just here. That's what caught my eye, and it wasn't the trees necessarily themselves that caught my eye. It was more the light that was falling on them with the dark background. It's a no from me, but I like the idea of it. So I'll keep my eyes peeled because there's gotta be. The sun's so low in the sky, there has to be more opportunities like this. All right, onwards. Oh man, what a beautiful day. It feels to me like spring is on the way. It's early February, but there's no wind, lovely sunny weather. It's cold, but it feels almost spring-like, which is just glorious after months, after months and months of grey, drab weather. So unfortunately, I haven't seen any silver birch trees with that glorious backlight, but I have decided to come and re-hike a route that I did a couple of months ago called the Fiddler. It has the most amazing views, it's unbelievable. And last time I did it, I said this. And one day we'll come back. And when we do, I'll insert this bit of video. And well, today I would say there's almost 100% guaranteed chance of light. Whether or not it's going to be good light, I don't know. Because again, there's zero cloud, and ideally you want that mix of like 50% cloud with light coming through. Things could change, I don't know. But even with just blue skies and beautiful raking light across that landscape from the viewpoint at the top of this hike is going to be incredible. So I'm going to make myself a cheese and ham toastie, get some food inside me, and then make the long slog up to the viewpoint, which is about an hour and a half. And I think it's going to be worth it for a beautiful sunset shot to finish off the day. And the days are so short, by the way. Like, you blink and it's almost sunset. It's incredible. Hello. Right, okay, nice to meet you. Cheers, see ya. Thank you. That does happen from time to time. People spot the van, come and say hello. So it's a good job I was making a cheese sandwich and not sat on the toilet. But it's always nice to meet viewers of the channel. So Rob, if you're watching, thank you for saying hello. For now, I'm gonna eat this Oh, that looks so good. And get ready for my hike. So I really hope this is third time lucky for me. I don't know if you can see over my head there, we have clouds building in. In fact, there's clouds building in all around us, which is perfect. My biggest worry was that it would be complete blue sky, but just a few clouds in the sky makes all the difference, adds that interest, gives it that bit more of an atmospheric feel, especially if we get good light with the sun setting to the west that can play and bounce off of those clouds. That's what I'm hoping for. Anything can happen between now and sunset in the next 2 hours. Third time lucky, guys, come on. Oh, look at it though, let me spin you around. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at this, man. Just walking in this area, there's nothing but me, and I don't know if you can hear the sheep. We've got some sheep running through this field over here just next to me. Yeah. I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do. It's fantastic. My shadow's getting long now. The sun's dropping in the sky. It's just beautiful. Honestly, it feels like a spring evening. Long shadows, bright sunshine, no wind. This is turning into quite the dream. Beautiful. I'm just not used to this. If you watch the channel, you'll know that I'm not used to this. I always feel like I'm battling the elements everywhere I go and everything I do. Although it's probably more my pessimistic, negative outlook. We're not having any of that today though. No way. No, sir. Clouds have gone though. No, they'll be fine, be fine. They'll be fine. Well, we made it to the top. Oh, it's beautiful. The light makes such a difference. Unfortunately, there's no clouds. Like, there are some that I saw on the way up here, but they're few and far between. And actually, in the direction I'm shooting, which is north, it's totally blue skies. So, yeah, we'll get the shot nonetheless. And the last time I was up here, it was so flat. And we've got the complete opposite today. So I think we are going to improve on the last image. But I don't know, in a way though, maybe it's one I just keep coming back to time and time again until we get those perfect conditions, because the view is just sublime. So let's see if we can find a composition. We've got nice light, although the sun is directly behind us, so shadows could be a problem. Our shadow, my shadow. But yeah, we'll see. I'll get it set up anyway, because time is running out fast and this light is not going to stick around for very long before it dips below the horizon and plunges us into darkness. So last time I was here, I shot this as a straight shot, no foreground interest, because the light was so flat. But I'm going to try and make use of this beautiful light by including this really nice rock, which is painted with this evening golden light. But whilst I get set up, let me thank the sponsor of this video, which is Squarespace. Now, Squarespace is a place where you can build your own website, your own professional looking website, without any web coding experience at all. You don't need to know anything, yet you can get a professional looking website in no time at all. Now, the beauty of Squarespace is that it's a drag and drop system, so it's idiot proof and absolutely anybody can do it. And it'll do everything you expect of a modern day website. You have an online gallery, an online store, a members area, register your own domain, all of that good stuff. It even has AI to help you with your design and your copy, and the results really do speak for themselves. You do get a beautifully smooth, clean looking website with thousands of templates to choose from. So if you fancy giving that a go to squarespace.com/Heaton and give it a free try. And if you like that free trial, use the offer code Heaton for 10% off your first purchase. Now, I've just put a polarizing filter on, but I'm thinking that could be a bit of a mistake because we have such blue skies that the polarizer, when you're shooting anything wider than about 30mm, can begin to cause problems. You see, a polarizer only polarizes a portion of the sky. So when you shoot with a wide angle, you're covering more than that portion of sky that's polarized, and that's where you get defects, like dark circles in the center of your image. So it's not always a problem, but it's definitely something to be aware of, more so when there's no clouds in the sky. So we'll have a look, might end up taking the polarizer off. Right, so I'm shooting this at about 35mm, and I'm just getting away with it, So we'll keep the polarizer on because that gives me a lovely bit of contrast and color. And this composition, it's complicated, it's complex. It's the light that makes it work. This is why I didn't try anything like that last time I was here, because you needed light to give contrast, depth and separation. So we've got light on this beautiful piece of foreground rock, then we have this dark central piece. So from me all the way to Stack Poly, which must be a kilometre away, it's all in shadow, the shadow of the mountain I'm standing on. And then Stack Poly has light on it, and obviously all of the background's got light in it. Unfortunately, no real clouds in the sky, but I think that's okay. So this is nice, actually. Like, I think the image is okay, but what I'm thoroughly enjoying here is the process. So off camera, of course, I'm really taking my time and figuring out the composition, solving that puzzle. And there's a lot to be said for that. So I'm going to go ahead and take my shot. I'm at f11. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to go down to f9 and I'm going to focus stack this. It may not need focus stacking, but I'm going to do it anyway. And it's just a simple focus stack, focusing on the near rock that has light on it, and I'm focusing on the far distance, which essentially is Stack Poly, the prominent mountain in my frame. And composition-wise, it's all about balance. Because there's a lot going on the right-hand side of frame. Not a great deal on the left, so we've just got to make sure that it doesn't feel lopsided or too heavy on the right hand side. It's always a rush at sunset and sunrise because the golden light, the beautiful light, man, doesn't last long. Comes and goes so quickly. Can't believe that this is the northwest of Scotland. Not a breath of wind. It's just, I'd say if it stays like this for the next couple of days, we are in for a treat on this channel. Well, that's it, I think. An hour and a half slog uphill, 8 minutes of light, 1 photograph, and that's it. That's landscape photography for you. One of the questions that I get asked the most is about photography style. Do you think you have a style? And I always say, no, I don't have a style. And I really think that today's video illustrates that beautifully, because my shot this morning was incredibly minimalist, bordering on fine art. And I really enjoyed that. I enjoy making the best of the situation I have at that time. Whereas this evening's composition, same day, same level of kind of joy and enthusiasm, but it was a totally different scene, far more complex and more of an obvious grand landscape, a typical traditional landscape you would expect, versus this morning, which is obviously a bit different. So Yeah, I've always stood by the fact that I don't have a style. I will shoot anything that captures my imagination. And yeah, well, today was a great example of that. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. I have prints and books available on my website, and if you're really into your photography, consider checking out the 617 Club, which is my photography community. I run with a friend of mine, Simon Baxter, weekly live streams, competitions, prizes, giveaways, all that sort of stuff. So I'll leave a link to that and the other stuff in the description below. But for now, I'm going to focus on hiking back down to the van because, rather embarrassingly, I forgot my head torch. So hopefully it doesn't get dark before we can get off the mountain.
In the morning when I get up, wish that we could stop and take each day. In the evening when I get home, always hope to find you all alone, and now